Good to see you.
What is up, man? How's it
Good. How
going,
are you? I'm good.
dude? Today's been some good news. I met a member of Vader's Fist and a member of my community that's been around probably since right around the time I met you, Millard. I know
In
he
person?
streams. Yeah, we went. He runs a carnival, and
Mhm.
his carnival's really close to where I live. So we met halfway, man, and we got some Mexican food and uh, dude, super good dude. Really excited to meet him. And then he has his own podcast, but
Mm.
they're just getting underway. And then because of the carnival, he really can't put too much effort into
Yeah.
it. Just wanted to give a shout out to it, man, and him, and hopefully I can get on there and get you on there as well and
That'd be awesome.
talk more Star Wars, man. And
So was he by your location?
yeah, he
Okay.
drove it was a 20-minute drive for me, 40-minute drive for him, and we met halfway. So
Mhm.
it's just cool, man, because I was jealous of Director Chronic last week when he got to
Awesome.
meet
Awesome.
Chimeri and Bush Baby, and I was like, man, I wish I could, because it's like when you go to a convention, you get that same connection. You finally get to see your friends again. Like when I go to Comic Cons, I get to see UT Toy Fan, and I was like, man, DC's experiencing that, and then I got to experience it today. So
Yeah.
just excited, man, that
I know.
we're starting to finally get out of this little rut that everybody's been in, and we can start hanging out and meeting everybody, and then celebration. We're already halfway through June, and then
That's gonna be the big one. That's gonna be the big one. That's where everyone will really get to meet up. I've met two people from Twitch within our community, but not like on a large scale for longer than like a few hours or so.
Yeah.
So like I really want to like celebration to come around the corner. It could be everyone at once. It's gonna be exciting. It's only unless it's like 11 months away, which is nothing.
It'll be like 5 days at least, and that'll be a long time to hopefully no one gets on anybody's nerves over there. So
Bubba's gonna get on my nerves.
he'll be drunk on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. So we're gonna be like, oh no.
Exactly. I'm gonna lose my mind being in a hotel, just in the hotel atmosphere with him.
Speaking of conventions, Boba's meeting Katie Zakoff this weekend. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Again, man, the Comic Cons that they're starting up again. I'm excited, man. So you got some big news though. You have something very special planned tomorrow.
It's our 1 year anniversary. I've been working all day to plan some stuff, who's going to be joining, and I have like some special surprises. I'm waiting for something that might be ready. It has to do with Battlefront 2. Crazy enough, it has to do with Battlefront 2. So if it's ready, I commissioned a mod a few weeks ago. You know what mod it is? There's like a 50-50 chance it could be ready by the end of tonight.
I was in that part of the lower levels when we were discussing it. So
yeah,
I know all about it.
Yeah. So this mod is something that I think could potentially be one of the most amazing things in Battlefront 2. It's definitely stunning the way the mod is basically already finished almost in a nutshell. It just needs just a few more renders and stuff like that. It should be good to go. Voice lines, I don't know if voice lines would be ready, and I can't share necessarily what mod it is, but there is a chance it could be ready for tomorrow. The plan is to play Sea of Thieves and Battlefront 2 tomorrow. Have some special guests. I have something really special in Sea of Thieves that we're going to be doing as well as we kind of get prepared for the new season, which is in 4 days.
Dude, that's big too. And I want to talk about that too. But speaking of the mod, have you even mentioned to Dolphin Lord? I guarantee you he could have it done.
I did not think about that.
I guarantee it is 7:08 Central Time. If you message Dolphin right now, I bet you he would have it by the morning. Just that man. I don't want to put him on the spot.
They're done. Consider it done. Yeah. So I've never done a subathon in my life before. So it has a 12-hour maximum. So you could go up till midnight tomorrow, which would be fun. I wanted to do more. If it were up to me, I'd probably do 16 to 24 hours. But however, as we're speaking, I am currently working on getting a gaming PC. And I'm trying to place all the orders by the end of this upcoming week. So when that's ready to go, then I could start doing those longer duration streams, and my PC can't handle that.
What's scary that PC players don't talk about is, and I'm already starting to get this, is will my game play on my PC? Like I have this awesome computer. I built it. I've been vocal about the problems and issues I had with it, but I finally fixed it. So
Yeah.
it is good to go. She's ready to go. But I have this little fear that Halo Infinite won't work on it. And you don't have that fear on a console. Like the console might be, it might lag, it might be slower, it might do this, but at least it works.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I do all this work and Halo Infinite doesn't work on launch day, I'm gonna be so sad. Like I don't know what I'll do, man. But
But it's best to get the upgrades now. That way, when the time comes, you'll be ready for it. But yeah, so it'll be really fun tomorrow. It'll be all day long. It has the potential to be all day long, and I'm super excited to believe it's been 1 year. So it's been a really fun. I believe this week has been one of the best weeks for all of us as a community. With our best friend Chronic releasing the Garrison stream team. I had the opportunity and blessed to receive a partnership with Madrinas. Your YouTube has been killing it. You have you have something very.
I'm just so excited, man.
You have something very special on Sunday that I saw.
It's good stuff, man. You know, the sponsorship for you is something that I know you've been planning and working with other Twitch partners for a while, and I'm excited that you finally got to implement it. And that's big because I just feel like if you're wanting to move to the next level of content creation, like a sponsorship is good, not like a little code or anything. Like here's $1 off, like a legitimate sponsor, and that's what you got, man, and that's awesome.
Madrinas is absolutely amazing. The team is so friendly. They welcomed me with open arms, communicated me about everything. I have a lot of like artwork and panels ready to go for some new things that we're incorporating soon. So it's special, and it's a very strong and powerful team as well. I really, really enjoyed being a part of that.
And then, yeah, man, big weeks. The Garrison, we both got invited to the team. And I already got my shirt. Is it close?
Yeah, I have mine over there as well.
I'm gonna wear this on Sunday's stream. So here we are. Get a little shout out to Director Chronic. This shirt is a limited run. The initial deployment, it's wrinkly, guys. It's not part of the logo. I literally pulled it out of the bag that it came in. But man, it's a nice shirt. Like this is something that you could literally wear
over here
out to dinner, man, and people would love it. But it's good.
Think about it.
Go. Utah Ranger says his coffee will be here tomorrow.
Let's go.
I need to get some. I do need to get some because some of those flavors look good, man.
Oh, it's so good. You have no idea. I wouldn't just say that like lightly. All right. Yeah, I have mine right here, which looks pretty sick. I'm a big hoodie guy though, so I need to get a hoodie. And I don't know if you saw this. I got this in the mail too.
So I saw that on Twitter.
I know. We don't speak about that.
All the retweets. That's amazing.
Fun day, fun week.
Man,
that's my week. That's my week in a nutshell.
And then as far as I mean, that's your week, man. My week. I haven't been able to stream, so I went to vacation, and then I got back, and it wasn't the vacation blues. It was all the stuff that had to be done while I was at vacation. When I get back, I was like, the first thing I noticed when I pulled up to my house, I was like, my yard is this tall. I'm like, gosh, I got to mow the yard. So that took, because it was already big. So then I had to take care of that. And then we had bought land many months ago. And while we were gone, we had a rainstorm, and we made a dirt road to get on it because all it was is land. There's no access to it. So we had to make a dirt like driveway. Well, it all washed on the road. And then the county inspector called us, said, hey, you need to fix this. So then that took up a whole afternoon on Wednesday. And it's just been so I had to cancel Thursday's stream. I couldn't stream today. And I don't stream on Saturday. So we're gonna do a Sunday stream. We're gonna try for 6 hours to make up for some lost time because this is the least amount of time I've streamed since I started trying to just go after this. So I know what you were feeling whenever you were you had to take a break for COVID and all that stuff. So I'm like, man, like now I know what you were feeling. I just want to get back at it. And Sunday's going to be 6 hours.
Sometimes you need it.
Yeah.
You have a lot going on in your life, but the cool part is, and you and I speak about this all the time, like you might have taken some time off from streaming, but during those days you were off, you weren't necessarily taking off. You were working on YouTube, and you got probably the most YouTube content I've ever seen you get out in the last week or two. So
I found a rhythm, and I found what works, which is the main thing. It took me almost 11. It took me 11 months. Like I'm almost to my 1 year YouTube. My 1 year YouTube's July 9th, and it finally is all it's just all clicking, man. I understand the algorithm better. I understand what to put. It's like my thumbnails look better. If you look at my thumbnails from 8 months ago to now, completely different thumbnails. The audio's just right where I want it to be.
yeah,
It's just everything's clicking, man. I'm excited. We're up 167 subs in 2 weeks. So, and it took me all of 10 months to get even a fraction of that. You know, it's just growing so crazy, man. You just reached 1,000 too. So that's amazing.
this week as well. So there's like so much crazy stuff happening this week. It's so much to look forward to. It's been like literally amazing.
What can we take? So enough patting on the back. What can we take away from this? 1 year celebration stream for you. Almost 1 year on YouTube for me. You reached 1,000. And I'm assuming you started YouTube probably around the same time you started streaming, correct? Or a little bit before? Yeah. So what that means, like what can people take away from these accomplishments is that you keep pushing, right? It's not going to take one day. It's not going to take, you can make, I said this before, George Lucas can make a new Star Wars movie and make a new YouTube account, no subscribers, and he can post it and no one's going to know it's there. It's not going to hit the algorithm. No one's going to see it. No one's going to type in the title unless you just keep putting in the work, put in more videos, learn the algorithm, and then get people and eyes on the channel. And then that's when it starts growing, and then it'll self-grow. Now, it used to be where I had to like post everywhere and just like, can you watch this video? What do you think of it? Give me feedback. Now when I post it, I could, like, I posted this one about Bad Batch this morning. It's a spoiler. So I posted a Cad Bane this morning, and I was tired. I just went to sleep. I was like, I'm going to bed. And then I woke up around noon. It had 26 views already, multiple. And 26 views, that's modest, but that used to take a lot of work to get to 26 views, you know? And like, I didn't
sometimes it's just about pushing through, really. I mean, like, it doesn't happen overnight. That's the first thing. I mean, there is like some people that can like blow up on TikTok or whatever the case may be, and like, or YouTube or whatever, but like it is a is a marathon, not necessarily a sprint. It does take a while to really grow yourself and find improvements. You're gonna have some YouTube videos, and it applies to Twitch too. You're gonna have some YouTube videos that like do very, very well, and you'll have some that don't. Or same thing applies to Twitch. You'll have some days that were really well, or some days not.
And another thing, short-term memory loss is what you need, because you had a stream that you were disappointed in, and then the following multiple streams were amazing, and then there's a video that I
have
have
behind you.
My last breakdown, the one with, this is episode 8. So episode 6 breakdown has 100 views. Episode 7 breakdown has 22 views. And then the videos all mixed in between are right around 1,000 views. And I'm like, 22 views. And then the Captain Rex video has 2,000 views. Now, what if I was like 22 views? I'm done. No one likes to watch Lore Seeker videos. I'm just gonna take a couple of days off. And then I didn't get the Captain Rex video, and I would have never had the 2K, right? So keep pushing, keep moving forward. And with that, I think we can transition into the Bad Batch, man.
My God, this is the best episode.
Keeps giving, man. I don't get it. I was like, there's got to be a point where there might be a filler or a bad episode, but no.
That was the beginning. That was kind of like the beginning, and I feel like it's like when things are starting to pick up. It's the same. They're taking the same exact trend as Mando. Like everything is exactly what Mando. Like Mando, I feel like the first few episodes were a little bit slow, but once after episode 4. It was the was it the Boba episode or it was the one with Boba. That's when like everything changed. And that's what it was, just nothing but intensity the entire time. That's what I loved about this episode. I rewatched that one scene probably 40 times. Like, I'm not exaggerating the number. I cannot get over it. I watched it like before earlier today, like constantly. I'm like, I cannot believe like the music score, the action sequences and everything. And for a 20-something minute episode, I would put that as like one of my favorite, even in Clone Wars episodes. Like, I have it up there with like almost Siege of Mandalore of how much I enjoyed it.
Man, the fact that Dave is just having a good time, man. That's all. Dave Filoni is just like, you know what? I'm gonna take Hunter. I'm gonna replace him with Boba.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make that famous deleted scene. And it's to a T. They put it. I watched the side by side on Instagram. Man, it's textbooks the same, man. It's crazy. And you watch it so many times. I'm with you. The soundtrack, it just looks so good. And no one predicted Cad Bane. Me and you were talking about Cal Kestis before the show.
Yeah.
When it was Cad, I was like, I literally said out loud, I was like, no way they just did this. Like, that's exactly what I said. And there's no one around by myself. I'm like, no way they just did this, looking at my phone. Because I was at work and I was just amazed.
It was an exact replication of that scene.
Mm-hmm. It's too good, man. But it makes me wonder.
If you guys don't know what scene we're talking about, I'll pull it up right now.
And while he's doing that, so Boba Fett has the dent in his helmet, and that's so they made a good little backstory about it. That Cad Bane and him had a face off, and then Boba ended up killing Cad Bane, and Cad Bane struck. Cad Bane actually hit his target too, but he couldn't get past the Beskar, and we got it right here.
Yeah, this was an unfinished Clone Wars episode. So for season 7, we were actually supposed to get this. This was one of the arcs that was supposed to happen. And this is how actually Boba got his dent in his helmet. It's kind of like a Wild Wild West kind of showdown. And it's identical to the episode last night. You have Bosk, Embo, all the bounty hunters there, and they just face off. They staring at each other. Like I said, identical to the episode last night.
So the reason this is so good is because Dengar and Bosk, they're all watching.
Mm-hmm.
And Boba right now is not the best bounty hunter in the galaxy. It's Cad Bane. Jango dies. Cad Bane takes the #1 spot. And then when he does this, he's literally fighting for Jango here. This is what makes it so. Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. How he grips, if you look at this, like this zoom in on his hand grips, on Cad Bane's hand grips, it's like they have it exactly in the latest episode as well.
So good.
They pulled the exact cards and made it almost like an exact replication. And I'll show that right now. What I mean by that, like if you look, how it's like literally to a T. Showing down, eye to eye.
I
Look,
can't
that
get
hand grip. That's what I'm trying to say here.
But I don't know. Like when I was watching,
I love the droid. I love seeing the droid too.
I was like, he doesn't have Beskar armor. I thought Hunter was gonna die here. I really did.
I thought so too. I
thought he was gonna kill Cad, and that Cad was gonna get the headshot on Hunter, and Hunter was gonna be killed. So they would have showed there, and I was like, man, are they really doing this? Like, because I could tell what was going on. I was like, this is the scene, and I was like, well, I know Boba gets hit, but he has Beskar on. Hunter's got a stormtrooper helmet on. He's gonna melt that. Like it's gonna go right through.
Yeah. I was surprised they went Republic Commando as well, and we got Hunter's point of POV, like his point of view, which was really cool as well. I kind of like that a lot. I really did. That was underrated. I really enjoyed that.
There's so many good little tidbits like that. Yeah. The POV scenes, man, just get me because it really puts you in the action. Like this is what they're experiencing. And then when he looks at Wrecker, he's like concussed, and Wrecker's like, he's like contact, and then they just start shooting. And I'm like, man, this is it. This could be.
He was losing it. He was losing it when he saw Omega was gone, and like, gosh, man, like the cards that I don't know. Like I said at the beginning of the episode on the watch party, I said like, watch them pull a Mando and Omega gets taken this episode, and like she did. It's like identical to Mando. They're having so many similarities, and I'm not opposed to it. I will say this: what this means, though, I believe one of two things. Number one, I believe that we will see Boba throughout this show then, because clearly they have no hesitation of connecting it with Book of Boba Fett, including Fennec Shad. So there's a chance we see Boba Meat. There's a chance we actually see this showdown in the like this unfinished episode in the Bad Batch. But I think this also means that there's a chance that the Bad Batch and Fennec might team up now. You know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interconnecting they can do, and if they don't do the Cad Bane and Boba face off, I think that they're going to use Cad Bane and Kenobi, because Cad Bane has a big history with Kenobi. He doesn't like him, and he is on a quest for vengeance that he's never gotten to fulfill. So like his whole way of life right now is literally it's the Kenobi, or not the Kenobi, it's the Maul factor, right? Maul. Kenobi has a lot of enemies. He just makes enemies everywhere he goes. Yeah, because he's such a good Jedi, right? He's doing the right thing. So all the villains just want to destroy Kenobi. So Maul's after Kenobi, and Cad Bane's the same way, except bounty hunter form. Yeah. So if he catches wind of a Jedi Master, rumored to be on Tatooine, Cad Bane's gonna go there, man. I guarantee you that if the Empire is hiring people to find Jedi, that the one that they're going to hire for Kenobi is going to be Cad Bane. Yeah. Live action Cad Bane now to me is very realistic and could definitely happen. And he won't be the main. He won't be the main. Obviously, Vader and other people are going to be the main, because I think it's only
the same timeline.
So
that's crazy though. I just still can't get over that they pulled this. Like, it's incredible.
And I couldn't. There's no way I could have predicted this. Just 24 hours ago, you would have never got me to guess Cad Bane in the episode.
Yeah. We still have 8 more episodes left. We're halfway into the season. But
I think with Omega gone now, we're going to get the Mandalorian route. We're not going to see her for a couple episodes. Like, it's going to go back and we'll get a couple episodes to center around the Bad Batch, kind of get the Siege of Mandalore arc back. I know there's not enough to do in 20 minutes, but a little part of me the whole time before we got Cad Bane, I thought that we were going to get a save for Crosshair. I thought they were going to save him. Like, I thought they were going to be like, hey,
I am so glad they're not. I don't want him to be saved. I want him to stay bad. He's too good of a villain. I want him to stay bad. I'm going to show you something really funny in a second, like that I saw. That could be for the next episode. But no, I don't. No. I want to see him bad, dude. He's a perfect villain. He's the definition of a perfect villain.
The voice, it's all good, man.
It's incredible.
But now without Omega, though, there's Omega's a kid, but she is a very vital part of the team now. And I said this before, without Crosshair, the team is really fractured, man. There's not. It's a glaring, like in the episode when they were going against Tarkin's simulations. Without Crosshair, they don't win that simulation, right? So now that he's gone, and now Omega's gone, there's a glaring hole. Those 4 have a big issue and a big gap to fill in the team. And I thought the one of the coolest parts in the whole episode was Crosshair is outwitting every step that Tech takes. Like, he knows Tech to a T, and he knows exactly what he's going to do. He's not as smart as Tech, but he's smart enough to know what Tech is going to do based on what is the most logical and smartest thing that one can do here. And he had them cornered every single way. Yeah. But of course, Hunter is just as good and clever, but they use their resources. There's no way Crosshair can predict that they just went into the armory and have these.
But they predict a lot of this new movies. Like, the Commando Jam. Like, he knows them like the back of his hand. They were his brothers. They are his brothers. I saw a funny video that I wanted to pull up. It was like a prediction for next episodes. Like, watch, this is what we're gonna get next episode, and it shows the Imperial shuttle flying into Coruscant with Anakin with his face burnt, and then like he puts Vader's mask on, and then Palpatine says, "Crosshair, are you safe? Are you all right?" And he's like, "Yes. Where is Omega?" And it was like this really funny edit, but like
that's good.
He's burnt.
He had that same mask, like a Vader type respirator on. And that's like another cool nod too. That was really good. Mm-hmm. I didn't think he got burned that bad. Like when
I think
the ion cannon turned on, I was like, man, I mean, he's obviously in pain, but man, he took
He won't look the same next with the remaining of the season. I literally think he'll like maybe have, I don't know about different armor or anything like that, but I think his face will definitely look different.
I was almost thinking too, maybe the injury was enough to like rattle his chip just because he's a super clone. You know, a normal clone, I don't think if they got like concussed or something's going to affect their chip, but
Yeah.
he already had like a weakened chip, and I know they strengthened it, but I don't know. I'm in the boat that I want Crosshair to be saved by the end. I know you think he's a good villain.
I don't want him to. I want him to stay bad. I don't want. This is the first time in Star Wars I don't want him. We get redemptions too much, man.
I mean,
way too much. It happens way too much. Even in the Battlefront 2 story mode with Iden, I just need him to stay bad. He's the perfect villain. I want him to stay that way. I don't want him to turn.
He's gonna look.
Yeah. I do like. See, it's the thing is, like, we talked about this like 4 weeks ago, like episode like 4. Like, what do you think is gonna happen to the remaining of the season? Well, no one would have ever expected Cad Bane. It's like we're constantly getting these new surprises. Like now, what's going to play now?
Without the trailer, we wouldn't have even probably guessed Rex. Someone might, Rex is probably coming in here, but it was that would be like so like outlandish. It's like, how would Rex fit into this? You know, it's like, how would you even know where Bad Batch is? But now we're getting all these characters, and I mean, and it's doing it's the same as the Mandalorian, like you said earlier. We're coming up to the Avengers team up at the very end because Rex has already made. We know Rex is going to a rendezvous where he's about to go on a mission, and Hunter even says, "Hey, if you need us, you know where to find us." And Rex pretty much says the same way.
Yes, but
so they need him.
They did hint this episode. I'm going to show you this one part. They did hint this episode. I don't know if you noticed. They did a small hint of Rex coming back because they were like, there was this one scene. I'm going to pull it up right now. I think it was. I want to say it was Echo and Hunter speaking. It's like, oh, we should have just gone with Rex. Like. He's like, well, no, he was doing his own things. Like, what's the difference? We're all soldiers. We all have the same thing to do.
I like that. You know, Echo's questioning Hunter's every move now. Like, Echo's a pure soldier, and he obviously loves Rex, but he's starting to question. If Hunter would have failed this mission, which he did because Omega's gone, Echo's really going to start questioning.
Echo's questioning everything. When Wrecker was like, let's do Plan 7, he's like, Plan 7's not going to work. Like, he's coming back, like coming back on everything. You know, you'll see him say it right here. There's no audio. If we left with Rex, we wouldn't have to host it at all. And he said,
use your YouTube voice. Let's do our YouTube voices.
Hunter, we're soldiers. What other path is there? No, you're the lore seeker. You take care of that.
I'm on the spot. Okay. Next one, I got it. Next time they talk.
You see what I mean, though? Like, they're all soldiers. Like, we all have the same path. Like, you know what I mean? So I think they're gonna hit. I think we'll see Rex again. I think Fennec's gonna. I feel like we might get an ultimate team up: a Fennec, a Rex, Bad Batch.
I think they're going to go to Fennec, because at this point, if you're the Bad Batch, how do you find where Omega's at? Because you don't know. I mean, you could ask Sid, "Hey, do you know who this bounty hunter is? He's very popular. I'm sure they could figure it out." But a blue Doros, like, I mean, with red eyes and a cowboy hat. I mean, there's got to be some type of like knowledge on him. But I guarantee you, they're going to be like, "Yeah, don't know who he is," and they're going to be like, "Well, bounty hunters would know who he is, and the only bounty hunter they know right now is Fennec, and she's
hired for the same job."
Yeah, so
hired for the same job.
They'll track down Fennec, force her to say who hired her, and they'll probably be like, well,
maybe, you know, that showdown that we got between Cad Bane and Boba. Maybe it's Fennec and Cad Bane replacing it now.
There we go. Brick Boy is in the same mindset.
That could be the replacement, maybe.
I think it has to be, at this point, though, it has to be Hunter. Hunter needs a redemption. And he's going to go back for it. And he's going to be like, he's going to take his helmet off this time, right? So what he'll do is he'll see Cad, and then, because Cad's a respectable bounty hunter too. Like, if Hunter asks for a duel, he'll give it to him, right? He's not going to cheat or anything like that. So they'll stand out in the middle, and then Hunter will take his helmet off. And he's like, now you have a kill shot, right? Let's do this. And then we get whoever we get, right? Winner takes all.
Hunter technically shot first if you look really closely at it. And also, another thing you have to keep in mind, Omega thinks Hunter's dead.
First too.
For all Omega knows right now, that Hunter's dead.
Yeah. Omega's going to be. That's another good. Oh my goodness! When we get Omega back, she's gonna be very, very upset. Definitely.
She thinks Hunter's dead.
I think it'd be cool I don't think she would work with him, but I would like to see a full episode of Cad and Omega and the journey to wherever they're going.
Yeah, that would just be
He's like,
entertaining.
look, and then because like imagine this, because it's Star Wars, right? Like imagine Cad is what gets boarded by some type of um pirates or something, and then
Yeah.
Omega's like and he's like, look, I need help. If you want to live, you better help me. And then she's gonna be like, Omega will say yeah, and then they have a little Omega Cad team up, and then afterwards he's like, now you go back in your cell, and then he shoots her again with the stun gun. So that'd be fun. But man, there was one more thing. They're being so cryptic about who hired these damn bounty hunters, man. The Kaminoans, they keep saying, they keep bringing them up on the screen, but they're not like directly implying that they're the ones
You
doing
mentioned that. What do you mean by that exactly? Like, are you talking about when Cad Bane was like, "Oh, that's confidential"?
Yeah, so they give little hints that it's the Kaminoans. They give the scene, but they keep saying confidential. They're not direct. There's no direct answer saying that the Kaminoans are the ones hiring the bounty hunters. They're acting like it is, but they're not proving that it is. There's no scene in any of the shows so far where you see Kaminoans like saying, "Let's hire Cad Bane to find," and they keep saying the young clone. And I think they're doing it for a purpose, man. I don't think
They're doing it aside from the Empire because they were like, the Empire going to Braca is screwing up our plans, basically.
Yeah.
So they're working against the Empire. They don't want anything like something. There's a different motive. There's a different purpose for this.
Yeah. And I think maybe Fennec and Cad Bane, maybe they have different employers. It could be. I think Cad might be a Kaminoan employee for his hunt, but maybe Fennec's a little different. I would have to assume more people know about these clones, and with the videos that I made, Palpatine can know about it. There's just more to Omega, man, and Rex nailed it too. He's like, "Who's the girl? Like, why is she important?" And the same with Rey when Maz is like talking to Han, like, "Who's the girl?" Like, there's something here. And no one predicted Palpatine. No one predicted Rey Palpatine, right? But we all assumed that she's a Solo or a Skywalker or something like that. And here we are. We're all assuming it's the Kaminoans, but I don't think it is. So
You think it's something larger than that?
yeah, I think someone very evil, Maul, a Palpatine, is out for Omega for some reason.
Which you said in your video. So if you haven't checked out the videos, click the link below because he has 3-4 videos on who he thinks is going to be it. Okay, sorry. I just promoted your YouTube channel there.
Yeah, man, I just don't see it. But if they do go back to Camino, there's going to be a lot there. But how are they going to hide Omega from the Camino is Imperial controlled place now. They're I don't think they would take Omega directly back to Camino. I really don't know, man. And that's what's so good about it. It's all shrouded in mystery now.
Question for you. Okay. And I might have not noticed this. When the Empire at the beginning of the episode, actually the start of the episode, when they were talking about, we got to send them over to Braca. What was the motivation? Did they want to hunt? They just wanted to hunt the Bad Batch, right? I don't think Omega was their main purpose, their main focus. Because it wasn't until Omega said something. He's like, okay, let's take the girl. I don't think Omega's the main focus for the Empire. I think it's the Bad Batch because they're clones that didn't execute the order.
The Empire is so clueless with Omega. Like Tarkin stood in her presence, and
I'm gonna go back and just check real quick. I don't believe that Omega is a priority for them. I think Omega is a priority for the Kaminoans, or quote unquote something larger.
Crosshair's also blinded by Hunter. When he pulls up the hologram, he's like, "It's Hunter. It's Clone Force 99.
Yeah.
More than just a simple scouting party or whatever they were going to send." Yeah. So
Scrappers on Braca reported, so the scout team. Yeah, they're not focused on Omega. I don't really think they're focused on Omega right now. They are they're worried about the actual clones that did not execute the order.
Yeah. And that's so Omega's just completely under the radar for them. But when Crosshair, which he's already known to not give full intel, I would imagine someone's gonna tell Tarkin when they get back, or I forget his name, but the other guy that's in charge of Project War Mantle. They're gonna be like, "Hey, there's a little girl with him too, and she
Something,
was
yeah,
here."
something interesting. The beginning of the episode, one of the Kaminoans was speaking to the, I don't know. I'm gonna just call him. I
That
don't
guy,
know.
that's Project War Mantle guy,
Yeah. Okay. The Kaminoans said to have them back alive.
Admiral Rampart.
The Kaminoans still want the Bad Batch alive. Like,
Highly
please turn them
skilled.
in alive. This guy's like, I don't care. I want them dead. Like,
Yeah, because so Project War Mantle
mhm,
is the transition from clones to stormtroopers. So he wants every clone dead. He even wants Crosshair dead. He has no use for him.
yeah,
He's a means to loose ends. And once Crosshair
yeah,
ties those loose ends, Crosshair
yeah,
will be terminated just like the rest. So
yeah.
um and that's why he's like that. So he doesn't give any care about these clones. And I'm sure Omega will be the same way. If he learns about Omega, he's gonna be like, whatever, just kill her. And in the same way, Crosshair was like, well, let's just aim at the girl. That'll really make them. They have to pick now because Crosshair was ready to kill Omega, and then they just made the cannon explode and then
Yeah,
rupture the whole armory. So that was fun.
yeah.
Uh, but I don't know, man. They're being very cryptic about
Um,
everything. The Empire wants something. There's so many parts to it. The Empire wants this. Kaminoans want this. Bad Batch wants this. Then you have Rex in the background now.
yeah.
Um, the bounty hunters in the background. There's so many good things that. And
It's
then
a lot of things going on that we just don't know. And we're
you
just
remember
so,
you remember when we were in the Mandalorian, like midway, we kept saying like, how are they going to tie in all this? How are they going
yeah.
to? Can they fit this in this many episodes? And here we are 8 episodes in and I'm thinking the same thing. So I'm back to we're gonna get a huge cliffhanger,
Yeah.
and one that I think is gonna be a very sad cliffhanger. Who knows how it's gonna be?
They might stretch this with Omega for the next few episodes. I agree with you on that. So,
Mhm.
like we've spoken about this before. These are short episodes. This was, I think, was one of the most intense episodes, most action sequence in all of them. But they are short episodes. It's only 20 something minutes, and we have to wait a whole another week for another episode. So,
Comes quick
what's
though.
your rating for this episode? What's your rating?
This episode, man, was another 9.9. Man, the last two
Yeah.
episodes have been.
Yeah.
Last episode was the best episode for me. Now this episode is the best episode for me, just because it's so weird. It's a cartoon, but it's almost like I'm watching live action, man. The colors of the Ion engine coming on, there's no other cartoon that or animated series that compares to that visual. And then it's just melting Crosshair's face. He's like, turn it off. They're falling down. I mean that Ion engine looked stunning on the screen, and then the setting, the music, the score, like I just listen to YouTube scores because I mean it's free or whatever. But this is the first one where I'm like actually gonna buy the record disc, right, and just have it in my
Insane.
collection.
I'm telling you right now, that music score with Cad Bane and Hunter, it was, oh my gosh. That's why I kept rewatching. It was so good. And it takes a little, after he shoots him, it takes like a little pause. And as soon as he lifts his blaster back up, it plays again. And then takes another pause. And as soon as he stuns Omega, it kind of like flows out. It's like poetry. It's so beautiful. The music
It's like, oh,
score. And I don't know if you've noticed as well, but when they were putting the detonators around the entire, the charge, and they were about to tear
yeah.
it down, they even played like a little different type of mix of the Bad Batch theme song as well when they were doing all that, which was really good as well. They oh my gosh, I think it's Kevin Kiner working on this, killing
It,
it.
it's amazing, man. And I'm just
Amazing.
itching to hear the whole soundtrack. So
Star
hopefully
Wars is Star Wars
halfway
without
through.
music. It's yeah. So really exciting stuff, man. Really exciting stuff. So
Someone
I
mentioned the Kaminoan Rebellion. I'm a firm believer that that's going to happen, man. I made a video about that one as well. I think that is going to happen at the same time that they go to save Omega. I do ultimately believe Omega ends up on Camino as a prisoner. I don't know who, maybe the Empire, just to bait Clone Force 99. And the first real attack that Rex is going to do, maybe even with Volcom at the helm, is going to be on Camino because why not? Um, like just stick it to the Empire right there because they're trying. Rex wants to save as many clones as possible. He already said he doesn't want to lose any more brothers. If he gets wind that they're going to terminate clones just because they're clones, that could give him enough reason to come out of hiding.
Something I picked up on.
We know Rex is going to try to do like Rex. There's going to be a big episode, a big war, Clone Wars type episode, where we just get a huge battle, man, with more than just the Bad Batch and a few others. Like I think it's going to be multiple hundreds of people on each side, and I can just picture like this epic climb, like you know the animation with Maul and Ahsoka. I picture that with Crosshair.
I was right. I knew it. I was right on this. Oh my gosh! You know what I just noticed?
Tell me your secrets.
Identical to Mando. You know what they did? Do you remember? I was just double checking it. I'm right. Yeah. Do you remember in Mando? Do you remember how Bo-Katan was rumored, Ahsoka was rumored, Bobo was rumored, but do you remember that every single one of them, like the big stuff, was left out of the trailer? And the entire Mandalorian season 2 trailer was the first 4 episodes. Yeah. Remember that? There was nothing for remember, because when we finished these episode 4, we were like, okay, there's nothing else in the trailer. Like 5, 6, 7, and 8, they had nothing in the trailer.
You couldn't guess. Yeah.
You couldn't. It's the same thing with the Bad Batch trailer. This was the last episode with sequences from the trailer. There's nothing else in the trailer anymore. Absolutely nothing. Like I just literally just watched it. There's nothing else in the trailer. Everything in the trailer we've seen already. So there's nothing left. This was the last episode. The reason why I pointed that out, see, that was from this episode. What made me point it out was that one scene where Crosshair's walking in Commando with his Imperial armor. There's everything we've seen. This was episode 1.
Yeah.
We've seen everything already. So these next 8 episodes, they're doing it by half. It's identical to Mando. The next 8 episodes are going to be completely, we're going to be completely blind entering them. We don't know a thing that's happening.
All theory craft. It's all guessing game and what we get from each episode.
This is all first 8 episodes.
Good content.
Like, look, that was last episode. Yeah. This was it. There's nothing else. There's like no more to it. We have everything. We've seen everything. So these next 8 episodes, we're just going to be blind. We've seen Tarkin. We've seen Fennec there.
In that episode.
Look, we've seen Omega with the bowcaster. That just happened. That I don't notice. I don't know if I'm wrong.
I don't even remember that. So that is.
I don't know.
It's obviously the Empire. It looks like they're rounding up. Those
I guess we haven't seen that yet.
Those look like Twi'leks or what are they called? Oh my gosh. But look at the right one, right where your cursor is. That green, there's those green guys. They're everywhere. So it looks like I can't even tell.
Are they
statues?
I don't know.
But either way, it looks like they're occupying a or could this? There's no way this was from the cut and run episode 2, was it?
I thought for a second it was. It looks like it would be.
It looks like his wife. You know what I mean? Like
maybe they have an appearance again. I don't know. It would be weird. Oh, I mean, have we seen this? That looks like it would be in tie-in with that, with the same trees. Look, if you look here with these walkers, I mean,
yeah, I haven't seen those.
We haven't seen it yet.
It's Raxus, Separatist capital. Donuts in here.
Look, that's right there.
Out seeking the
all these 3 tie-in right here.
I dig it.
Ready? This 1, 2, and 3.
So that's the last part, and that doesn't even give us much. And then we got damn Saul out there, you know.
Yeah. So this we have already seen.
So all that confirms is that there is a battle.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that's coming, right? You can't have an action without action.
Seen this. I don't know, man. I don't know. This looks like you're right. I mean, I don't know. Well, maybe they go back to what's her name? To the what's her name? Seer? You know who I'm talking about, the green lady. Maybe they go back to I don't know.
There's a lot, man. We see them find Raxus in the trailer.
The point is that there's a lot. Like they basically summed up the entire trailer for the most part.
And the one scene we have left is just a battle scene that we don't even like. Even if it all is on Raxus, we don't know the details, what's going on there, right? So, yeah, it's going to be pure speculation for
8 more episodes, man. 8 more episodes.
8 episodes, 8 weeks. 8 88 weeks of content, so it's good stuff, man.
Super excited. Super
Anything
excited.
else? I don't think there's any. I think that's
I'm
pretty
good.
well
I'm good.
broken down. I mean, there was a lot of action in this, so it's hard to like, just do the step by step.
Yeah.
Really the main thing
That's
was
my favorite episode.
Crosshair did a really good job at baffling the Bad Batch, like every step, but it's still 1v4, so he is outnumbered, but he does an amazing job at outmaneuvering them. But Hunter and of course Tech and all their skills combined just always outwit just a little bit. And then Crosshair paid for it, so I'm very interested to see what he looks like in the next episode.
Yeah, no, it was my favorite episode by far, man. It was my favorite episode by far.
There he is. Millard is in the chat.
Millard.
I gave you a shout out at the beginning, Millard, in your podcast, A Certain Point of View podcast. Man, I hung out with Millard today, and amazing dude, great time. We talked about streaming. I mean, we just kind of just a little like summary of the last year, man. It's been a good time, and I'm excited for the future. So, hope everything went well today. Is there anything that you need to talk about, sir?
But I'm just so excited for tomorrow. I'm really excited for tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Giveaways will be all day. CFD's game copies, Madrinas, and a Blue Yeti microphone, and it's going to be a fun day, honestly. So I'm so excited to celebrate 1 year. So
yeah, man, that's I'm super happy for you.
Thank you,
man.
I mean,
and I could do like these celebrations too, but starting and quitting and then coming back, it's tough. I was thinking about
your birthday,
doing so I do have July 5th I'll have a birthday stream, and I'm already making plans for that. I still got a little bit of time, but I do have like 2 or 3 plans. Of course, I'm gonna do something for the community for sure. We'll probably end up playing Halo as the background game, but I don't know how much gaming we'll actually do. We'll see, man. And I don't know how long it's going to be. July 4th is a notorious long day for me as far as work goes. So we'll see how everything goes. I'll probably be exhausted, but I'm definitely going to stream. And this Sunday will be a 6-hour. I got new emotes. Bad Mads, I'm going to shout her out too. I employed Bad Mads to do my emotes, and they are nice, man. I'm digging it. I got a Spartan with a hood. I got Revan hype. I have a Spartan helmet that's an RIP. And then I have my new emblem, which I use for outside of Star Wars content. So it's not, you're not going to see that emblem on the podcast because I just want the saber up there. But for like Halo Lore Seeker and things, that's where the new emblem will be implemented.
That note, man, I'm super excited.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that we needed to promote?
There was no streamer spotlight this week, so next week there will be one.
Yeah, we'll be back to streamer spotlight. Are we aiming for Thursday on that? Yeah. So Thursday will be good for streamer spotlight, and then Thursday will also be the next episode of Bad Batch, and then we'll be right back to
ready
talk.
To go. So excited, man. So thank you to everybody. It means the world.
Yep. So tomorrow, what time do you start though?
12 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. It has a maximum of 12 hours. So we'll see.
12 noon to midnight. So get in there, support servants. I'll be there a good chunk of the day and just having a good time. So we appreciate everybody that's hanging out. We'll get through this together. Summer's coming up or here, and enjoy your summer. May the force be with you.